Pretty gay.
You don't have a penis.
I have a pretty good
An
penis.
inward penis, which is a pussy.
I call it my lumpy dumpy pumpy with the fucking clip.
You have a pussy. We're live also, by the way. I started.
Nice.
As you can see, everybody is brought the energy.
Yeah. Well, then it's not a clock.
Yeah. Well,
So I'm gonna be on.
earlier for me in Carter. So
Yeah. Because I'm gonna be honest. I woke up at 9 and I saw these alarms. I was like, why the fuck did I set these? Because this time is off canny.
what?
Time that we did it right now, for today,
Yeah.
very off canny.
I'm
Yeah.
The time that
Yeah.
we've done that
We're
we're
not doing
doing
this.
this.
We're doing this at like the fucking crack of dawn, essentially.
It's not that early. It's just that we didn't go to sleep until about 2 in the morning.
That is true. I went to sleep. I actually went to sleep, which is weird because I was up this whole week till like noon, but I took like 3 edibles last night, so I'd pass out,
Hmm.
and it worked. The shit worked.
I've been up till like 3 or 4 in the morning, and then having to wake up like early every single day for like the whole week so far. So I'm like dragging the whole week behind me right now. I'm a little,
Yeah. No offense, but you look like it.
yeah.
You
I would
you
say I'm doing my best, but I'm not.
you look hard. All right, like you've been getting beat up.
Yeah.
Well, I actually did research for today's episode.
The only time
I,
he does that is it's
That'll
weird how
get
he
me. That'll get
only
me
chooses to do that
not cryptic
on the episodes we're doing conspiracy theories.
conspiracy theories. That'll get me awake. That'll get me
no,
excited.
I've done it before. You didn't fucking give me props, so I just never did it again. I used to have like note cards and stuff, and nobody cared, so I stopped doing it.
I cared because it made it easy. That made our jobs easier.
Once you yelled at me for.
No, I did not yell at you. You just had like bad transitions.
Yeah.
Yeah, all I said was try to make it more fluid.
Let's go ahead then. Whenever you get paid for this, which one of us, between me and Mateo, are you gonna pay first, and why is it me?
Obviously, it's gonna be you, King.
No, I want you to believe it could be you, and then have it not be you.
You know it's not gonna be fucking me. It's never me.
It would be shut up. That's not the point. The point is that I want you to believe it's you, and
Oh.
then you don't get it.
I'm not an optimist, King.
Andre will get paid in Chuck E. Cheese tokens
See?
Not even gonna lie, not the worst.
because he looks like a little skinny rat.
I want to go to a children's screaming birthday party location with terrible pizza and it smells like poop and
Dude, come
vomit
on,
all
you
day.
don't diss Chuck E. Cheese pizza. That shit's pretty alright.
I'm not, am I dissing? Am I, well, yeah, just the pizza
You
itself.
literally just said it's shitty.
Yeah.
That's a diss. You dare diss Chuck the
I don't
Edward
want
Cheese?
I got like majorly sick, so I guess I have like a really stilted view on it.
I remember my brother got punched in one of the fucking little like the shit you climb in there, the little tubes. We were there for like a birthday party, and some kid punched my brother and stole his glasses.
It's funny.
Speaking
That's
of stealing glasses, today we're talking about vampires.
That doesn't fucking transition well. Can you elaborate on that?
See, but the thing is that I went for it. All right, it's better
Speaking
than
of
what it's
glasses,
better than what
we're
you
gonna
have
talk
done.
about the melting polar
Exactly.
caps.
What do you guys think about vampires?
This is exactly what you yelled at me for, though.
No.
Bad transitions.
No,
Now you
no. You know, you would be like, and next we have
Alright, so let's talk
Yeah,
about
treating it as
yeah,
a
like that. Like
that
that was,
yeah.
you gotta work it in.
You're right. I'll do what you do.
What do you guys think about vampires?
Pretty cool. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Pretty fucking
Depends
sick.
on the lore that they exist in.
Well, what would you do if I told you that vampires were real?
I would
Probably
probably
wouldn't believe you and call you a crazy fucking madman
And why is that?
because they don't exist.
What makes you
Except
think
for
that they don't exist?
the fact that we don't have. Okay, you know what? Let me fucking listen to your
No, no, no.
this
This is a
crazy fuck.
conversation, idiot.
you
I'm
dropped
not
Yeah.
off.
just going to read off this
The
paper,
fact
this magnificent research that I've done. I'm not just going to read that word for word. It's a
I'm
conversation.
using the lack of evidence as evidence itself for their existence.
But what lack of evidence?
The lack of evidence in the existence of vampires, except for your crazy
Such as
whatnot
what?
conspiracy.
What is the lack of evidence you speak of?
The lack of evidence is
I
the
present to
evidence
you with
itself.
one piece of evidence that is Bram Stoker's Dracula. That's a book.
It's
So, how do you think? What do you think about that?
yeah, I want to hear the evidence first.
Dracula, the book.
What about Dracula the book?
The fiction novel. That's.
Yeah, I know, but what
Or
about it?
maybe it's nonfiction.
You think that's a documentation of events?
Well, Vlad Dracula famously is inspired by Vlad the Impaler.
Vlad the Impaler, yeah.
Do you know why Vlad the Impaler inspired Bram Stoker's Dracula?
Because of his horrible behavior and his ability to drink his opponent's blood and shit for fun.
For
Yes,
fun.
that is mainly what inspired it. He would also kill his enemies with wooden stakes.
Mm-hmm.
He would
He-
sit with them alongside while they were dying, and he would use their blood as like a sauce.
He killed mortals with stakes, and that's where the theory comes from that you need to kill vampires with stakes. What the fuck is that?
I don't know if that's where it comes from. That was just a weird thing that he did
Right.
that relates to
I
vampirism.
Okay, I thought it was like we kill vampires with stakes because a vampire killed humans with stakes. And I was thinking about that for a second. Like, where the fuck did that come from?
I mean, think about the garlic thing. That's kind of fucking weird.
Yeah, but how do you know? Maybe a long time ago, vampires were allergic to all the garlic, and that's why there aren't any left.
I never
if they
found
were
anything. I didn't look up why vampires were like repulsed to that shit, but I assume that has something to do with like the old like plagues and stuff like that,
Yeah.
like tuberculosis and shit like that. I figured that
Okay.
has something to do with it, just to like to keep the undead away. Maybe like the garlic covers up dead body smell or something. But yes, Vlad the Impaler or Vlad Dracula.
Cool.
Dracula Tepish.
So are we assuming that like, so we're assuming they're vampires in the sense that they're like undead in a way?
Uh,
Because they don't have like morphed skulls or teeth or anything. Otherwise, we would have found stuff like that.
yeah, we would have found like the bone compressions and stuff like in their teeth.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're just undead people, I guess. I never found anything that really went into that, other than like certain instances where people found like undecayed bodies.
Oh yeah. The undecayed body shit is incredible. Have you ever
Hmm.
seen those?
Yes,
That
I
shit
have seen this. So one idea in this is that almost all cultures around the world have some form of vampire lore in them, and that's cool, right?
Yeah, no, that is super cool. No, it's cool. Isn't that like I saw this thing that's similar to that. I saw this thing a long time ago where it said every continent and most nations at some point in their mythology all have dragons of some sort.
Yeah.
That's just super cool. It's like, ah, they all just thought of a large reptilian that breathes fire and flies around. That's pretty crazy.
Famously, they are in like Poland, Bulgaria, Romania, Transylvania, obviously all the Anias, basically.
Yeah.
It's all
All the places
vampire-esque.
you'll super get killed if you go.
If you go to any of those places,
Yeah.
if you go to Poland, you'll get killed.
Yeah, everybody knows you middle European dudes, they'll rape and kill you big time.
they
Not
they
a lot
they have been known to like the raping,
of,
as
a lot of
most Eurocentric places have.
yeah, a lot of people don't know this, but Centipede, that's a documentary.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
Yeah, that's a work of nonfiction.
Human Centipede, the first one, not the second and third. We don't.
No, that one, I'm not gonna lie, I just found out there was a second and third one. Now, when you said that, didn't even know.
Yeah, I don't remember what the second one is, but the third one is like it's all in black and white, and it's supposed to be like artsy. And I
Oh,
believe it's
yeah.
like someone who saw the Human Centipede movie, and he wanted to like create that after
Okay.
seeing the movie. And the second one is just like before the first Human Centipede, there was a first Human Centipede. That kind of idea.
Nice.
Back to vampires though, because that's what this one's all about. The vampires. Let's see here. Um, they big thing that started the mythology for vampires were vampire burials, which are when bodies would be burned with iron stakes in the chest,
Huh.
or they had rocks put on their heads so they couldn't rise up from the dead.
Yeah.
that's fucking stupid.
Which is like, I wouldn't they just like move the
Move it.
rock? Yeah.
Wasn't like the whole thing about vampires was them having super retarded fucking strength.
That does seem like ridiculously
Yeah.
ineffective.
But I think like when you think of like rising from the dead, what do you think of? You think of like the Dracula sitting in the coffin or something like
Oh, they
that, and he
can't sit up.
rises straight up
Oh
like a sit up
no.
kind of thing, where he doesn't use his arms to lift himself up. So the idea is that the rock holds their head down so they can't get up.
He tries to get up. He's like, "Ah."
Yeah, he never thinks to move it with his hands. He's like, no, we've only been taught to get up like this. I cannot move my arms.
Get
That's
your
not
eyes.
You can't arise from the dead unless you sit straight up like a sit up.
Did I ever tell you? Did I ever tell you my idea? I thought it was like a cool concept if when the Persians came to fight the Greeks at Marathon and Thermopylae and shit, that
Mm.
the upper hierarchy of Persian society had all become vampires. Like they had all shared it around. And that's where you get the concept of the warriors called the immortals from. When they said our arrows will blot out the sun, they did that so that the immortals were able to fight and not burn up and die.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, and if you there was more to it. I looked into that and I was like, this is super fun as a concept. Um, fuck. Yeah, that's why spears through the hearts would hurt them more because it worked just like a stake. Um, and oh yeah, so the religion that the Persians had at the time was the way they would bury the notable deads in their society was that they would put them in these concrete, like almost like silos that were fuck, they were like big burial chambers. And what they would do is they would remove all of the organs and the blood from a body,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like mummification, but they would do it because they were worried that demons possessed the spirits of bodies after they died and that they would rise from the dead and become monsters. That's the real world religion of the Persians at the time, and I thought that was super cool.
That's
I
fucking
was like,
awesome.
vampires, dog.
Yeah.
The Persians were vampires,
The
and the
per-
Spartans fought them for that shit.
the Persians were vampires. Yeah, that's why they look like that. They're like
Yeah, they're all like
they're not
they're
Middle Eastern, but
also
they're like
they're also kind of
brown.
yeah, they're
Yeah.
like in a weird kind of limbo between both
Hmm.
dark and pale.
And they all have like very poignant face bone structure.
Yeah, they
Like
got like
they
weird
have
sharp.
very impressionable cheekbones and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah.
Like it's very noticeable.
I want to make a short movie that's just they're all vampires. They're trying to get the world.
They want to own the world.
Yeah.
Vampires are taking over.
Vampires who run the world.
Beyonce's a vampire.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
She hasn't aged a day in what, 20 years now?
I think she's aged. I think she's aged quite a bit.
She probably has.
There have been over 100 of these vampire burials found in Poland.
Ooh.
And they're not just like, it's not like a common thing.
Okay.
Uh, they're only given out to like for like specialty causes and stuff like that because out of 700 graves, there's only two vampire burials. So they're very rare, but there's been a bunch of them found.
Oh,
So they're given out with purpose. So that's interesting.
that is
They're
crazy.
not just willy nilly. Let's burn this body and shove shit through its chest
Yeah,
or put a big rock on its head.
that's
'Cause
crazy,
that would
dog.
too much effort. So they suck these people out. Sook. What is a past tense of seek? Sookin.
Sucked.
Seeking.
Sucked.
Suck. Sook. I don't know.
Sucked.
Is there a past tense for seek? Sought out.
Yes, saw it.
Sought. Is
Yeah,
that
Typically, if you
yeah.
seeked, you've probably found.
why?
Yeah.
Well, you might not have. There's been tons of
You might
things
not have,
that
in
you've
which case you lost.
seeked out to find and you haven't found it. It depends what you're going for. There's a huge percentile chance that you may or may not find what you're looking for. Like the droids. Andre, you've been quiet. What do you're not giving anything to this?
I don't have any. I mean,
How do you not have anything about this? We're talking about vampires, dude.
vampires. Yes,
Your
the
people have
mythical
They're
creature used in horror
Literally
movies.
like one of the biggest things in pop culture and cultural generally.
Yeah, I think you just want me to fucking just jump on board with this so you can just shit on me about
No,
watching
I want
Twilight.
you to fucking participate
So-
in the conversation and make this more interesting and more fun.
I
Than
don't really
me
know
just
much about.
saying my findings to Carter and you sitting there going,
Again, vampires in movies. I know. In regards to real life, yeah, I have absolutely nothing for you.
That's why we're having a conversation about it.
I
So
can't.
like,
I literally have
do you know how
nothing to contribute.
conversations work? Like if I like say something and then like you guys speak, Carter gets
Yeah,
it.
but if
I don't
it's
know why
something
you don't
regarding
get
to
it.
the topic, typically I would know something about it.
Well, see, the thing is, I've been saying things, and you can comment on
You
those
have.
things.
I have no opinions or anything.
There's
to
been
back
many
that
historical people cited to be vampires.
like which ones, Trevor? That's interesting.
See? Like,
Fuck
I'm
you.
gonna fuck this name up because once I am not from Poland or any of these areas. So,
Those are hard ones to
I would
pronounce.
imagine.
Jor Grando Alovich.
That sounds very French, but I think you might have done good on that. I don't know.
It's Croatia. Is that French?
Oh.
Is that French Polish? I don't know.
No, if it's Croatia, it's Croatia. It's just when you
Yeah.
said it, it sounds like a French name.
His first name is Jure. That would have to be like Jor, right? I can't think of any way that would be pronounced.
Yuri.
Juri? Oh yeah, Juri
Maybe.
Grando
I don't know.
Alovich.
Like those Eastern European names are like really hard. I don't know them very well.
Alilovich? I don't
Little
know.
bitch.
A little
17th
bit.
century Croatia.
Little bitch.
He died in the 17th century.
That's why he's a little bitch.
Yeah, a little bit. He sadly passed away, R.I.P. But there had been, I don't know what significance this guy was. So this is just something that was cited, and I was like, okay, I'll do that. He died, and then people saw him years after his death, and
Nice.
a guy from the church had to ask him to stop torturing the people.
Nice.
So then I guess that was it. I guess he was like, all right, fair. I'll go away now.
Yeah, I'll go away.
I dog shit.
You've banished me. Good
Since you
job.
since you asked nicely, being uh, I'll stop being around here doing my vampire shit.
Stop doing my shit, dog.
I'll do my thing.
But there's been numerous historical accounts of vampire people, like Arnold Paole, who is 18th century Serbia. He said he became a vampire after death. His body in the grave was found undecompressed and undecomposed, with blood splattered on it.
Ooh. That's nutsos.
And then they
Ominous.
stabbed his body in the chest, and he groaned.
Huh.
He bled.
That's pretty fucked. I
That's
so,
the appropriate
part-
response.
the groaning part isn't what gets me because if you for a dead body, no, but if you stab it in the chest and if the lungs are still filled with air, and that very suddenly gets forced out, you can make a lot of dead bodies groan. That just happens.
Yeah, you can make
There's
sounds.
there's war and shit, like in World War II. If a body's dead on the ground and a dude gets shot in the chest, it like suddenly decompresses the lungs and it forces out air, and they'll be dead, but they'll make like "Whoa" sound because they're forcing air out their throat. The problem that so like the groaning doesn't get me, but the body not being decomposed or decompressed at all is what gets me.
Yeah,
That's the part that fucks me up.
and a group of
Covered in
army
blood also.
surgeons,
Not fun.
a group of army surgeons investigated this, and there was a bunch other in the same condition.
Ooh.
So you tell me what that
It's the craziest shit I ever seen.
means.
Here looking and be like, shit, dog.
Shit, dude, that's nuts. That's crazy out here. His body ain't dying.
They wildin'.
That's insane.
It would suck to be like, doctor, what is this? And he's like, I don't know.
And you're like, I don't fucking know.
That's literally what they were just they're like, vampires. I guess I don't know. Like what do you want me to
I
tell
don't
you?
know what the fuck, bro. What does it look like to you?
I want to see.
They look like fucking
The
vampires.
answer I really wanted from you.
And if you just like argue with him, he's like, I'm sorry, do you have a medical degree?
I want to
Yeah.
see.
Sorry, where's your medical degree? I'm sorry.
I want to see an
Where's your
episode
medical
of.
Piece of paper that says I operated on a woman's pussy once, so now I'm a doctor in the 1800s. Who was your fucking medical license?
I want to see an episode of Law and Order SVU where Ice Cube has to like investigate a dead body, and they're like, Ice, what is this? And he's like, it's a fucking vampire. I don't know. And they're like, all right. I found this body raped, shredded into pieces. 2 children were on the ground next to it. So the only thing I can assume is that it's a fucking vampire.
Not just a serial killer who dabbles in cannibalism. No.
Vampires don't eat their people that they kill, dumbass. They drink the blood.
You're thinking of
Doesn't mean they
zombies.
can't doesn't mean they can't eviscerate
You're
the
literally
shit out of
thinking
them.
of zombies and cannibals.
Literally thinking of
The
zombies.
things that vampires aren't not.
There's a few things that vampires are.
Yeah.
That is one of the things that they're not.
They're not.
They eat people.
They don't eat people. They don't. They drink their blood.
If they take the enjoyment of it consuming the part of a body, which be our blood, they eat people.
They don't consume a part of the
Stuck on
body.
dick.
Blood is part of our body. It's mine. And if someone takes it from me, they eat me.
Does that mean when you get your blood drawn, you're being cannibalized?
No, that's
Nope,
that's
see?
them having a
Alright,
fucking
dude,
taste
then
test.
it's done.
That's them having a taste test. That's what they're doing.
Then it's over with. You lost.
When they take my piss, they drinking that shit back there. They eating me.
They drinking your piss.
They taking my liquid gold.
How would you like that if you found out that after you like submitted a drug test and the nurses just like drank it to tell if there was drugs in it?
I would be upset about a lot of different stuff.
I'd be like, I would be like, can I learn to do that? Not because I want to, but just because like, that would be crazy if I could do that.
You can tell just from
Yeah.
the
It's
taste.
a piss drinking culture that they have, or it's just something that just defines that person in particular. I think it's just that everyone in that fucking like society just fucking not society organization drinks piss.
You about had a Joker moment.
Dude, I don't know.
Uh, Real life vampires continue to present day. Sightings and such, like the 1960s and 70s media sensation about sightings in London's Highgate Cemetery.
Yeah, because it's
That's
never anything current. You said today. I want current events, buddy.
60s and 70s is pretty current.
It's pretty
No,
current.
that's 60 years ago.
Well, you see how 2 minutes ago I was referring to the 18th century, and now we're in the
Yeah,
60s
well-
and 70s. That's very more current than
No, I
18th
want something like a
century.
little closer than that. Give me something a little closer
Well,
to
see,
home.
you gotta wait, because I'm gonna get there.
All right.
If I just said all this, we wouldn't have an episode.
Straight up fact.
Facts.
No, we would. We'd just probably be talking about some dumb shit like I don't know, Trevor's childhood.
2003, Romania. Is that present enough for you? 2003?
Yeah, that's pretty. That's getting closer.
Petre Toma. His body was dug up and found with the heart removed. His arms were in different places than when he was buried, and his lips were stained with dry blood.
Ooh.
Grave robber's back at it again.
Why would his lips be stained with dry blood if he was grave robbed?
I don't fucking know, man. Maybe they cut off his fucking arm and a little blood got a.
His arms
That's what
were
I would
cut.
do if I was a grave
Yeah.
robber.
You think it was a grave robber?
That's what I would do if I was a grave robber. I'd put blood on people's lips.
Yeah,
So
make it
you
look like
think
something
they were
else.
vampires?
That's how I get people
Yeah.
off my trail. Make them think it's something supernatural. Like, oh yeah, somebody totally didn't come and like just jack this guy for anything on his person. No. It was definitely fucking vampires. You know why? Because I stained a little bit of blood on his lips. And while they're over here like, ooh, ooga booga, vampire, I'm over here rocking with the rings on his fingers after I ripped up his fucking arms.
You good,
Nice.
big guy?
Yeah.
Africa has a deep problem with vampires. Apparently.
Yeah.
Apparently Africa is real in trouble with these motherfuckers.
Really?
Especially what is it, Malawi? It's East Africa. Their governor was attacked by people who thought the government was colluding with vampires.
Oh my god.
And then in 2017, 6 people were killed by a mob that accused them of being vampires.
Hey,
Yeah.
Wait, Trevor. Can you give me not? I mean, you already can do an African accent, but can you do it vampiric?
A vampire, wouldn't that just sound like an African?
No. Because you know the whole thing of like, even if they were European, they just said like, "Hey, want to fuck you."
Yeah,
like,
because
you
they're
sound like
European.
No, that's not how a European fucking talks. That's
A Eu-
vampire speech.
That's
vampire
That's
chant.
literally European. What do you think Romania is? You think Romania isn't European?
No, vampire isn't a European.
Hold
anymore.
on,
That's not a
hold
person.
on, hold on. Do you think Romania isn't European?
I'm not saying that they're not. I'm saying that
and
the
then
vampire is no longer
Transylvania is
European.
also European, so the vampires would have a European accent.
No, you know
Would
know
they-
what I'm talking about. You're trying to tell you don't have to do the
No,
fucking accent.
no, because if there's a vampire from Africa, it would just be African.
Come on, just do it for me. Stereotypical. Try to mix the two.
I can't do that.
Please.
I don't know how to do
me.
the Eurocentric vampire accent.
My house is literally horny jail. Please do this for me.
Why would I do this? Because your house is horny jail. What do you get out of this? I'm not doing that.
What
Because
do you think
I
get
don't
out
know
of
how to
it?
do. I can't do the vampire accent. I don't know how to do that. Carter, you try it. Go for it.
Just like an old dying Jew. Like this.
Old dying Jew.
I'm going to suck your dick, maybe? I don't know.
See, then
Belong-
you can't do that as an African because Africans don't have the same pronunciation of words.
Oh, we're doing Africans. I thought you were doing
OJ
European.
wanted me to
African
do my
mix is like
African guy as a vampire,
Yeah.
which would just be an
Why are you
African guy.
Why are you running?
Why don't you sleep with me in my coffin?
Why don't you come back with me to the coffin?
Why don't you come back to me with fuck? Why don't you come back with me to the castle? and I will suck your blood. It is like water, which we do not have a lot of.
It is a reasonable alternative to water.
It has water in it.
It has water in it. The human body is made up mostly of water.
70%.
A surprising amount is water.
I am also a scientist. Did that satiate your hunger, Andre?
I guess. Yeah, you know, I can work
Yeah.
with this.
What's the thing that vampires say? What's like a,
Besides
what's like a
sucking
phrase?
and please invite me into your home and set you place. Of course, in the African case, it'd be please invite me into your hut.
Nice, dude. Nice.
Nice.
Please invite me to your village.
Your villa.
Invite me into your village. My friends, I have an opportunity of a lifetime.
Of a lifetime. No, seriously, of a
Yeah.
fucking lifetime.
I
What?
am a powerful African prince, and if you PayPal me some money, I will make you a very rich
If you PayPal me $40, I can make you immortal.
man.
Ah, fuck you, dude. I'm getting double immortality.
You can't get. That's not how that works.
Yeah,
It
no, you
doesn't
can get double
stack.
immortality.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah.
No, it's gonna stack. Vampirism will stack.
What would that do? You're already immortal. Double immortality wouldn't even benefit.
Double immortality.
That wouldn't do anything.
Yeah, it really wouldn't.
Sorry, it was.
They're
it was a
also
fucking
not
joke from-
immortal
Yeah,
because
you're
you
gonna
can
live
kill them.
forever
It
again.
was a joke from Hellsinger Bridge.
Oh,
It's
he
like, yeah,
watches
it's like, I'm
the
getting
abridged
my
stuff like a
immortality, like,
fucking
fuck you, I'm
like a
getting double.
12-year-old in 2008. The abridged stuff, it's so funny.
I was a 12-year-old in 2012.
You were what?
I was a 12-year-old in 2012.
Yeah.
You know, I'm born
Oh,
in
you bitch.
2000.
It makes it easy for you. That's gay.
That does make
He
it
was
really easy
12
for me.
and
Just, what's the
2000.
current year?
I don't remember, like, I hardly remember what age I was any year other than the current one.
Yeah.
It's like,
different.
people
If-
ask,
if it was
how old
before
were you
May?
in fucking 2007? And I'm like, I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Then I have to go through and look like an idiot and count, like, what grades I was in and what.
Because it's under the assumption that you're
Kind
gonna
of fucking
suddenly
weird.
do math. It's like,
Yeah.
no.
It's like,
No, I'm not
okay, I graduated 8th grade in 2015, so I was like 13, 14 then? 15? I don't know. And then I have to fucking count back, like, when did I start school? Okay, I started at 5 in, like, 2000. It's just, I was roughly 10, maybe. And there's a bunch of freaks on the internet. There's a whole Reddit just for these people, much like the other kin and witches people. There's there's a community of people who believe
like
they
the
are real
Wiccans?
life
Oh,
vampires.
God.
Yeah.
And they like to take part in bloodletting and this weird form of vampirism, which is like psychic, and you can just drain people's energy based on meditations.
Nice.
And there'll be like these dudes that post on the Reddit. They're like, you can suck my energy from a distance, please, and stuff like that.
You can suck me from a distance, Johnny. Do
Would
it.
anybody like to energies at me? Only from a distance, though.
Same people who got like really into witchcraft and shit, and they're like,
Yeah.
on a full moon, you can cast a hex on somebody. Do you remember in TikTok there was like that whole thing where there were these bitches who fancied themselves more advanced witches or something, and they were like, dude, fucking, there's a bunch of younger witches who are all gonna try to cast a hex on the moon. Do you remember that?
Mm-mm.
There's this big weird witch community thing where these girls who like just got into hexing and Wiccan bullshit wanted to all place a hex on the moon together. So like slightly older in their 20s bitches who thought they were witches were like gonna try to do a counter hex all at once and shit. It was like a big deal.
This was
It was
like
I mean
this was like a
brain
witch
dead
battle, dude.
It was
Yeah,
the great way that they could count themselves when absolutely like nothing fucking happens.
but it's just think you have an entire like large section of people who are all like collectively in on this idea that they're somehow wielding magic, and it's like Jesus Christ.
No, they
It's like the
conjure
same thing
magic.
as
They
like
don't
praying for
wield
the
it.
world and then praying for the world not to end, and then just nothing really happens. Just
Wielding would
things
be
like
they could just like
look,
perform it. They
Yeah,
they
that's
have to conjure it from the dark
whatever. You know
spirits.
what I meant, Doug. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna get that specific in on it.
but that's an important detail. They're not magic beings. They just conjure the magic.
Gotcha.
It's important. I don't want to offend the Wiccans and witches
invocation.
out
They're
there.
literally the dumbest fucking people.
After I just called them
If you're a
freaks.
witch, jump off a fucking bridge and hex yourself back to life. I'm just kidding, obviously. Don't do that.
You have to have
It's
that.
just
You have to
so
do the
back
hex
to life.
before.
But maybe
What if it
reevaluate
was-
the reality you perceive
I found Bethany's suicide hex.
around. Suicide. Yeah, exactly.
It's a bring this to the cemetery at the altar and place a piece of cheese on it. And
Exactly.
then when the sun hits it at 6 o'clock in the evening, I will come
Yeah.
reborn.
Put sage and sprinkle some old milk over the fucking grave.
Do you
and
think?
she'll-
Do you think Jesus was a witch?
that would be tight?
Yeah. Would he
Yeah.
be like a? Was it fucking? I don't. No, I'm not. I was just warlock. That sounds fucking stupid. That shit sounds
I mean,
so dumb.
it's right. Either cleric or warlock
Yeah.
made one of those things.
This shit
Yeah,
Cleric
sounds-
being a
probably
warlock
closer.
is just as fucking stupid as being a witch. It's
It's-
crazy.
But it sounds dumber.
It sounds dumber. I'll give you that.
Like,
but
can you
in-
imagine like a dude being like, "Yeah, I'm a warlock."
in
It's more
concept, in
correct
reality,
because his
it's
power was
much-
coming from his father
It's like, why isn't witch for everyone? What's up with
through
that?
his father.
No, we gotta separate men and women. That's just how it is, man.
It's gonna become non-binary, and it's gonna be like, I'm a witch X, you know.
Yeah, which acts exactly.
Gender fluid witches. That's a cool idea for a show. They should make that on fucking.
What about witch bitch?
CBS? The gender fluid witches. I'd watch at least the first episode, and it would suck. 'Cause
At
it would be on the
least.
CW.
It would be on the CW. CW would make that shit. CW would make literally anything.
They want to make anything a hit. They're like, we gotta make any show.
Something besides
A hit.
vampire.
Do I have anything besides vampires?
Yeah, for today.
No, I just figured this would cover like the whole thing.
Okay.
That was gonna be the whole thing.
Yeah, what did you want me to do? Did you want me to research fucking 18
I
topics?
thought you were gonna go more into
Yeah.
like in the cryptids.
No.
No, no, no. It's not just cryptids. It's like conspiracy stuff.
Yeah, and I'm not
Yeah,
even
conspiracy involving cryptids.
First off, we're not done
Maybe-
yet. I still have more.
Okay, so that it wasn't the whole thing
What
for
no,
today.
the today's thing is vampires. I am
Ah,
not
fuck.
done with the shit that
This
I
is how we
found.
want to like do before the 50th episode. We're gonna go with vampires, and then we're gonna go to the game show, the big show.
See, so like these things would go on longer if you would contribute to the vampire
I
conversations.
have nothing involving vampires except for yeah, that's cool. That sucks.
There's
and
been
like
many
that.
violent incidents of suspected real-life vampirism, especially in serial killers like Richard Chase, the Sacramento vampire, where he would drink
Richard
the blood of his
Chase.
victims. You got nothing with that?
I mean, his name's just Richard Chase. The man just like sucking the blood with his
The
vampire.
Sacramento
like-
vampire. He was a serial killer. That's cool.
Or he's just
There's
you know
been a
butt
bunch
fuck
of
nuts.
other serial killers that have done it too.
Serial
He's just
killer
more
that's into
fucking
some gay
insane.
shit.
Yep. Uh, vampires exist in the fifth dimension.
Okay, now we're really touching.
Now we're talking about some
Now
shit.
we're breaching on this fucking shit.
Psychic vampires sapping your energies from the fifth dimension. They skip the fourth. That shit's for pussies.
Yeah, the fourth is for like I don't even know what the fourth dimension is. What is that? That's just like
I don't know. I think we can only perceive. I think we can only theorize about the fourth dimension. I don't think we can. I don't know.
What about the first dimension?
The
First
what?
dimension is nothing. First dimension is like a pinpoint in space that just goes on forever.
All right, good job, Andre. I'm glad.
Nice. Yeah. Thanks for
Yeah.
following that one up. For asking
I
the
couldn't.
question.
I really couldn't. I just asked
Even
about it, you answered it, and I was fucking
Maybe,
fucking
maybe if
glad.
you didn't play Warframe, while we're trying to talk about
I'm not
vampires,
playing for free.
you know, I would just bring up the fifth dimension, and then
Fair, I'm
you're
playing.
in,
Still be
and
active.
then Andre gets excited when I talk about the fifth dimension, and he just doesn't have
I just
anything to
wanted to
say
ask
about it.
like a seemingly retarded question,
too.
expecting a simple answer, and then just jumping back to the fifth. But okay, I didn't really think you wanted me to dwell on the first dimension.
We were gonna talk about the dimensions.
Yeah. Well, what about? Tell me about that fifth dimension. Why the vampires live inside it?
I don't know anything about the fifth dimension. This is just
Why did you say it then?
because
Why
this
did
is
you
the
bring
thing
it
that I
up?
read.
It was just the thing you read. I thought you were
Yes.
like, that's like
No,
reading the title
yo, the
of
fifth
a
dimension
blog
is a
post,
whole other thing that I'd have to research.
and like, there's no content in the actual like article itself. It's just vampires live in the fifth dimension. You read on, it's just a
I'm
bunch of
gonna
just like
read a
ads
Reddit
where
thing now
it's
because you're annoying me.
Alright.
This is on the Real Vampire subreddit. So, question. Hello, I was curious as if the real vampires exist, such as physically immortal being or an undead vampire. I want to know if supernatural beings such as this exist, supposed to PSI and energy vamps. Those are the ones that are like, I'll suck your
PSI, you mean
energy.
Psy?
It says PSI. Is that a word? I just thought that was an abbreviation.
That's like psionic or fucking.
Yeah, okay. So Psi and energy vamps, which are the ones that I was previously talking about, where the people were like, suck your energy from a distance.
Suck me.
energy.
And then also,
Suck
what is
your-
the difference between normal human and Psi vamp apart from diet? There's only one answer to this question, and it is until the government acknowledges vampires, werewolves, fairies, dragons, unicorn, UFO, and other zombie as
Bad news,
real as real in the fifth dimension being their domain exclusively, then the scientific answer in reply is ultimately no.
If by fifth dimension you mean your imagination, then yes.
you imagine fucking talking to someone like at a place and they're just like, yeah, part of a group and we try to like bring to light the issues that are important. Like the government needs to acknowledge vampires and fairies and unicorns being real.
Yeah, I'd fucking immediately walk
You
away
have
from
an
that
obligation as
conversation.
a human to just kill that guy. To
I'm
just
getting the
death
urge to
in
just
the middle of the
lay him the
park.
fuck down.
What a useless waste of fucking
Realism.
brain power. This is what you choose to do with being alive.
I think he's onto something.
I don't think he is.
I think
Just, now I have an obligation to kill you.
I think he's figuring shit out, dude.
Yeah.
I don't I don't know. He seems like he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd be scared cuz he knows something that we don't know.
Yeah. Well, he certainly would like to appear that way, wouldn't he?
So he says that they domain exclusively in the fifth dimension.
Okay.
So like is that would mean they're not real because the fifth dimension as we know it doesn't fucking exist.
Purely
No, I
theoretical.
think it does. It's just unobtainable or unreachable by us by any means that we understand. I mean, I don't know. It's not like an impossible place. I don't or like I mean, you have to assume that different dimensions of 3D space and beyond would exist since we have multiple of them now.
I'm on the subreddit now, and there's this question that's like, so like, is this a kink thing? And they're like, no, it has nothing to do with kinks.
It's just like
The
it
furry
has nothing to
shit
do
all
with
over.
sex.
It's like
Some ridiculous shit.
I don't know. I feel like you like sucking blood. That's kind of like a kink little thing, you know?
It is. These people have adapted their lives to this ridiculous fairy tale bullshit.
Yep.
I'm scared. I like to taste the blood. I got a cut and I legit licked and sucked in the wound until it was closed.
Tell him to get professional therapeutic
We had
help.
a severely like mentally retarded kid in our high school, Trevor, that would do the same thing. He was this big fucking kid, and if he ever got like a cut, the teachers had to like physically restrain him so he wouldn't suck his own blood. That's just what happened. What's happening with these guys? They're just like completely fucking mental.
Fucking yeah.
Just fucking goobers, and they're like, my vampire.
No, you're
I,
fucking
It's just
insane,
furry.
Nicholas.
I,
It's just furry shit for like gothic emo people.
I think I'm a vampire. I've started to chew on my nails and eating the skin from my nails and drinking the blood from my pimples.
You're just a fucking freak.
Ugh.
If I eat normal food, I feel dizzy. I think I'm a vampire.
I think you have a fucking disease.
Uh, People in the comments just, you sound like a
I
fucking
didn't
anemic.
like that. Just drink the blood from my. Oh my fucking god.
Yeah, that is pretty fucking disgusting.
That's
That's
a
fucking fuck. That's not just weird. That's fucked. That's what that is.
yeah. I don't like that.
I hate that more than anything. Everything we've talked about, that's the one thing I hate. That's like when Carter hears about like people, like anything that involves poop.
Don't even
It's that
bring it
same
up, man.
reaction.
Don't even start talking about it. Be super helpful. But yeah, I'm not handling that well either.
What
Not
the
going.
drinking the blood from your pimples?
Yeah.
Yes. Fuck God. Oh my.
Wait, you've never done it?
No.
You've never popped one and got a little lick?
Do not make me feel weird for this disgusting act that is basically a crime against humanity.
There's nothing wrong with taking a little taste, all right?
No, do not fucking do not defend this guy. Just because I'm so avidly
Guy or
against him,
woman,
do
we
not
don't know
defend
what
him.
his gender is. Don't be racist.
It could be they, them.
Don't
Like,
be racist.
how
Don't gender. What? It would have to be a guy, because only a guy would do something this fucking idiotic.
it's not even true. It could literally be some ginormous frumpy downsy bitch with like her eyes looking up at the ceiling at
How
all
did-
times.
How did I know that's? How did I know that's where you were gonna go with that?
Some
Frumpy.
big
Like,
bitch.
I was like, yeah, it could just be a dumb
Frumpy.
bitch, and then you started talking. I was like, he's gonna go so far below me on this one.
Do you remember we had that big bitch, Catherine, in our grade? Do you remember that? Do you remember her?
Yeah, I stabbed her in science class once.
Yeah, you remember her. Yeah, that's the kind of person I think
The
would
Not-
be this way.
not Melissa.
No, Melissa too, but Melissa is way too fat. She would absolutely like eat her own hand. She's way too fat for that shit. The other girl is like a big bitch. She's a big fat bitch. But yeah, Melissa was rotund. She would eat
Yeah,
herself.
she thought she was a werewolf too, and like a Wiccan and all this other shit.
Cut out what happened. Okay.
How many things can you be? She's like,
Retarded.
yeah. She's like, yeah, I'm a werewolf, a Wiccan, and otherkin, and
Yeah, she's a werewolf.
Oh.
She's a Wiccan. She's another kin. She also believed when we were in high school. She believed in she fancied herself a polytheist of the ancient Greek pantheon. For whatever reason, that was just her
Mhm.
thing. She absolutely hated America, which whatever. She wanted to go. She
Man,
wanted
I
to
can
go
get
to
behind that.
Ireland and live in like the bogs and shit, in the fucking
Next she's gonna
Shire.
say she's a fucking Doulahan.
that's yeah, because witches love the bog, the witch's bog, dude.
Like, okay, then why is your head still attached?
I tried telling her once that the Irish people wouldn't like her, and she didn't understand why. And I was like, maybe it's because you're a fucking redheaded whale who believes in the Greek gods and fucking Wiccan shit.
Yeah, dude. Speaking from like just like knowledge, the Celtic people love the Greek gods.
Yeah, dude.
It's
They
one of
always
the-
love it.
It's one of their big things.
Yeah.
The Irish are Celtic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody fucking for a long time, everybody north of like the Swiss mountains were all Celtics. So
I was
it's not really specific.
when we were talking last night, I was gonna say something. I was thinking about how like crazy fucking tech technical like
Come on.
technological jump we made, and I was gonna reference the War of 1912 because of the War of 1912. Let me finish because I already know what you're thinking. The War of 1912 was like we had like nothing and we were still like Civil War shit, and then we went to 1920 with World War One. And after I had that thought in my head, it took me about 5 minutes, and I was like, "That's because the War of 1912 wasn't a thing," and I'm thinking of the War of 1812.
Yeah,
Nice.
1912.
And I'm like, I'm so glad I didn't open a conversation with him about that because I would have felt like such a dumbass.
If by War of 1912 you mean the beginning of World War One during June 8th at 8 a.m., the assassination of fucking Archduke Franz Ferdinand.
Huh?
Let this dead air sit for a minute. What do you
What's the
think?
dead air sentiment? You said 1912, right? That was the
Yeah.
year that Archduke Franz Ferdinand, right?
I don't know.
No.
I'm gonna kill myself if that wasn't. Did I get World War II mixed up with World War One again?
No. Archduke Ferdinand had nothing to do with World War II.
Okay, good.
He was assassinated in 1914.
1914. Fuck, I'm 2 years off.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, good math.
2 years off. That was just so fucking close. What bad things could have happened in 1912? Shit, didn't the stock market crash somewhere in the early?
That was the 1920s.
That was the 20s. Bad things happened like between the span of 1900 and 19.
Possibly matter.
Just before World War One.
Women's suffrage?
Women's suffrage?
Yeah.
I thought that was a little
Yeah.
bit earlier.
They got the right to vote. That was like 1918 or something.
1918. No, I mean like
I don't fuck
before
with
World
that.
War
What's
One.
the joke that's like only men can vote at the time and the women got a vote to make sure they could vote, and it's like, who's the one on our team who screwed that up?
Oh, something did happen in 1912.
What?
The fucking Titanic sunk.
Oh, who
Ah.
but did it?
Oh?
That's one that we could get into. That's a conspiracy theory. People don't think the Titanic really sunk.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
people are fucking idiots.
Who knows? Where are the flight
Who knows?
logs?
Where the flight log?
Where the flight?
It's like the Malaysian flight, dude. It just disappeared.
It's not real people. It's fake people. They're from Ireland. Everybody knows Irish people are fake.
Yeah. Irish people aren't real.
That's another theory.
I wish, dude.
World would be a better place.
If there was one race you could get rid of, who would it be?
I'm sorry. The fuck?
One race or like a region of people.
It's easily white people. I mean,
Yeah.
any other answer? Not cool. Do Italians count as a separate race from white people? Because I can get rid of some.
Yeah, see, that's where I was going with
separate the
Italians.
Italians.
That's why, if I can consider the Italians different from whites, I'm going the Italians.
Italians can get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here. You're reaping what you've sown, motherfuckers.
I hate the Irish, man.
Yeah,
But I hate the Italians, I think, a little bit more.
I agree. That's
Because
fair.
like you can't bring up like slavery or anything around an Irish person because they'd be like, "Well, what about me?" And it's like, "What do you mean, what about you?" And like, when I moved to New York, I was bullied, and it's like,
Yeah,
shut the fuck up.
That's not
In
slavery.
here, they didn't have a lot of money. It's like we were essentially slaves as a family. Like, no, you fucking weren't. Fucking idiot.
Like the Italian mob fucked us up, and it's like, well, you guys also had like a mob, so like I don't know.
There's a mob for like most shitty European nations.
Yeah. And then they're all like, fucking the Boondock Saints. That's a great movie. And like the movie kind of like sucks.
Yeah.
They
I
just
don't care about any of that shit.
they
I'm just
like
talking.
they say like the Saint Patrick or whatever the fuck, the little prayer at the beginning of the whenever the Boondock Saints kill somebody, they say a little prayer and they shoot him in the
Yep.
head. And they put coins on his eyes. And they like the McFailey because it's Irish.
McFoley?
McFailey.
McFoley?
Nope, McFailey.
McFoley?
No, not the wrestler
Mickey
McFoley.
Foley.
The vampires are being protected by the government.
Yeah.
They
I mean,
wouldn't.
what other
What
possible
rights do
like,
vampires have?
there
Or
be?
are they in the government? Do they control the government? Are they part of the
No, shut the
Illuminati?
fuck up.
Are they a part of the Illuminati and Freemasons?
You ever see Prince
Stop.
Philip?
Stop. You might actually get some fucking.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Prince Philip. Or is he?
He's moved to the castle of Transylvania.
Yeah, he moved to the big hole in the North Pole and he lives with Hitler now in the center.
Argatha.
Yeah.
Why would Prince Philip go there?
What?
That's such a weird place for Prince Philip to go. Like, what?
Yeah. It's a
Hitler-
weird place for Hitler to go too.
But it makes more sense because he's like trying to escape a whole world that wants to kill him.
Yeah, but like a hole to the center of the earth in North Pole. It's never been documented to exist.
Hold on, you don't know that.
I hate it when you do this.
He had teams of research people go out there and look for it. Do we know what they found? No, we don't. It's been concealed from us. They don't want us to know that there's a inverse gravity hole in the earth where people live, who are the demons and people like that.
Right, because if we knew about that, then it just
What?
if we knew about that, then it would just all be over.
Yeah, we'd know everything.
Yeah.
We'd know everything was a lie, and only we know the truth now.
Yeah.
Like National Treasure. That's what the new National Treasure should be about. Finding Hitler's hole in the ground.
That's not a national treasure. That's a national.
It's an international trade.
International shit stain is what that is.
But the government covered it up, making it national.
Fuck you.
What?
I said that's what you are to Mateo, and nobody listened.
You cut out, dude. I didn't hear it. You know I would have laughed at that. You absolutely know that I would have laughed. So in conclusion, what do you guys think? Are they real?
I hate you.
Were
Jeff.
they real? What happened to them?
No.
Shut up, dude.
We truly know.
Yeah? That's all you got.
That's all I got. How can we possibly know? What if I say, no, they're not real?
Back that up.
I don't think they're real
I don't think they're real.
Why?
because I don't find the evidence for their existence substantial.
And like, there's no credibility to what you've possibly read to us. You could have been making this shit up on the fly. Do you have any links to your,
First of all, you're not a college or a professor.
I'm
so
in
you're
college,
not
you
about to
fucking
ask
dickhole.
me. You're not
I'm in fucking college. I
you're-
can ask you like
you're
that.
not about to ask me for my sources.
I'm about to ask you
Because
for your
who
sources.
the
I want your source cited
who
page.
the fuck
Give
do
me
you
your
think
source cited page.
you are
That and your
that
toes.
you can ask me for sources?
I think I'm the man who's having a debate with you, and I'm asking for your sources cited.
Him?
that literally mean.
Guys,
My sources are irrelevant. They're not important.
Sources are irrelevant.
No, they're not. They
That's
don't
what
matter.
everyone's like shitting out about the media. It's like that they're an incredible source, so they're looking for their third party sources. So where's your credible source,
The media
Trevor?
has informants. They don't need sources. And I don't need to present any of them to you. Cause you're nothing.
That's a great way to get people on board with your conspiracy.
This isn't
Immediately
my.
deny
First of all,
everything.
this
when
isn't
anyone
my
questions it.
conspiracy. I looked this up.
You're
after
pretty
finding
defending
out
it pretty
about it.
heavily.
Yeah, because if
it's
there's no
obviously-
opposition, there's no opposite position. Then what's the point?
I'm your opposition, boy.
No shit. Because I'm taking the stance that you aren't.
You're picking a
Creating
really
an
weird hill to
opposition.
die on.
It's not a weird hill. This is
This
making
is a
an
pretty
interesting
fucking weird
conversation.
hill.
If I were to just be like, yeah, dude, they aren't real. Okay, all right, we're done. That would be the point of any of this.
You thought it was interesting to talk about, but ultimately it's like putting your hand on a Ouija board but not getting into it. It's just it's like having fun with it but understanding that it's not fucking real.
You don't know that.
I know I know it's not.
You of all people should believe in the Ouija board.
I could put my hand on a Ouija board and just say, "Dad," and it would never move.
That's because you're not using it right. You have to start with hello.
You gotta put hello.
You have to
Hey,
say
buddy,
hello
how's it going?
first.
Yeah, I'm actually up early for once in my life. Oh, so you here back to get your shit? You here to get your shit?
This is so amazing. He's having a fucking IRL conversation while we're on the show. It's fantastic. Is that your boyfriend? Does he know he's on camera? He's on
Yep.
camera right now.
He doesn't.
Great. That's fantastic.
Oh fuck.
I love how he's just standing there looking at the fucking thing.
he's gonna fucking kill you.
What a freak. What a psycho,
fuck?
dude.
Just comes in and quietly stands behind you. He's got a knife.
You have enough.
Mateo, get out of there! Run!
What the
Dude,
fuck?
that weird alternate goatee version of you just came in and stared at you. That was fucked up.
How do you know that wasn't one of my fucking green screens again?
Maybe it
wasn't.
was.
It wasn't his green screen.
Well, because you can't grow facial hair.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
You
And
didn't
Andre
get
would,
Filipino genes.
and Andre would never have on a shirt that says he likes women. So
Yeah.
because Andre doesn't like women, he likes men.
Whoever that was, he's gonna fucking kill you in your sleep, dude.
Yeah.
You should record your sleeping, and he just comes in and stands there looking at you for all night.
That was very scary.
Then he like pisses
That
on
was
your bed and
scary.
think you pissed the bed. That would be funny. He should do that. He should piss on you while you sleep and make
Yeah.
you think you pissed yourself.
What
What
the,
the fuck?
an ultimate prank. I'm sad that I never took part in one of those pranks when I was a child. That would have been so much. That would have been so fucking awesome. Just piss on somebody and then be like, "Oh no, dude, you pissed yourself."
Pissed yourself, dog.
What a loser, dude.
Hey,
You can't do pranks like that anymore, dude. You'll get canceled.
You'll get
canceled.
cancer.
I don't know. I don't know if that.
What if you could combine cancel culture with giving someone cancer, and then it's cancer culture?
Do we know that it's not contagious? I don't think we do.
How do we know? And then there'll be a counter cancer culture
Yeah.
that hates cancer and cancer culture, but uses cancer culture on people they believe will do cancer culture.
Yeah. It's the cycle of life.
Delicious beings.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, I for one, I believe.
You believe?
I believe, dude. I believe they
They're
were
out
real. They existed. It makes sense.
Doodly-doodly-doo.
Dude.
It was his theory, Mr. Krabs. He was number one.
It was his
Fuck it.
hat. You
The
know,
truth is
you don't get to quote SpongeBob because you said it sucks.
what?
Andre says SpongeBob sucks and
kinda
isn't
forgot that?
funny.
No, I said I
Andre,
didn't
you
say it
suck,
sucked.
you're
I
not
said it
funny.
was,
No, you literally were like SpongeBob sucks. It
especially
isn't funny.
current seasons. The
While-
current seasons
While
of
you
SpongeBob
literally
suck.
watched Family Guy and the Cleveland Show on a
I
daily
don't
basis.
watch Family Guy.
You fucking FaceTime Trevor at like 4 a.m. again.
No, I don't fucking FaceTime anyone in the morning.
That's why I woke up so early because your bitch ass was FaceTiming me.
Yeah.
I FaceTime you.
And you're like, hey, I'm about to watch more Family Guy. Haha.
Why would I fucking do
So much
that?
funnier than SpongeBob.
Why would I do that though?
Not even what you sound like. I don't know why that's impressive.
It's funnier than SpongeBob. Family Guy is the funniest show.
but it's not funny. Mateo, why do you sound like that? What
Yeah.
the fuck is happening?
What's happening to you?
Dude, I have
Mateo,
no
are
idea.
you gonna be a transgender or just a cross-dresser?
Cross-dresser.
Okay.
That's fucking boring, dude.
We established this last night.
That's lame.
Yeah, I just wanted to give you the opportunity to give you breathing space to open up about being transgender if you wanted to. But there's nothing wrong with cross-dressing. There's nothing wrong with being a man
I
and
mean,
wanting to be a man that dresses like a lady. There's nothing wrong with that.
I don't know about that.
Okay, Aaron.
There's nothing wrong with that. I can't imagine the underwear is very comfortable. There's not a lot of room. Not a lot of thought went into getting some space for the boys.
It's not about the room.
Yeah.
It's actually about that there is no room. It lets
Yeah.
them free hang.
Would you wear a bra?
What
'Cause
I
those look-
would,
I mean, I feel there'd be no purpose in it unless I got fake titties.
Yeah, but it's like that's the thing though,
Like
right? It's like you're
silicone
trying to
fake
play
titties.
into the idea because you want to you want you you want to be a pretty girl. You wanna dress
I
up,
want to be a pretty girl.
so you wear a bra.
yeah.
A bra with no tits.
It's thematic.
Well,
It's about
there's
the
a lot of women out there without titties.
That's
R.I.P.
true, and they wear those little training bras and A
Yeah.
cups. They're pathetic. I'm just kidding. It's just
It's true. What's the point of living if you don't have fucking D's, dude? Like,
nothing wrong with that. It's ridiculous.
absolutely everything is wrong with that.
Piece
Don't
of
you?
shit.
If you ain't got D's, don't even talk to me. All right.
That's why I got them.
You
I got
you cease
got
to
it.
exist to me.
both of us.
Is it? If I can
We
make
should
a
donate our titties to Mateo. We
Yeah.
should donate our titty fat.
if I can make a water balloon bigger
Your
than your
breast tissue
tits,
to me.
you shouldn't exist.
That's on the balloon. What are you talking about?
Well, I mean, you can't make like big water balloons, really.
Do you remember those water balloons that were patterned like hand grenades?
No.
Oh yeah, and then people didn't they get like legal problems for that?
No, because they're fucking water balloons.
I don't know. You can fucking
Hand
mistake.
grenade
So,
isn't a
like,
pat-
people get shot for fucking having BB guns,
They
dude.
were meant to look like a hand grenade because they had like a checkered canvas pattern. That was it. I just remembered they were like always special to have because they weren't like normal. So it's like, whoa, they're cool.
I remember I had a water balloon fight by myself once when I was like 10.
You were just but a wee baby. Get the
I
fuck
just
out of my
I'd
way,
throw him
Lieutenant.
up in the air and let him hit me in the head. I
You
didn't
were a
hang out
weird
with a lot of
fucking kid.
people, dude.
Oh, you're telling me, dude? Oh, jeez.
I know, dude. I know.
Yeah, Doug. You got nothing.
At least you had like a pool though.
That's true. The
Yeah.
pool's the pool's pretty tight. That's fair.
It seems like that outweighs a lot.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Because
That's
like
pretty.
you could just go like swimming and stuff.
Yeah,
I couldn't do that.
yeah. No, that's true. I could go swimming a lot, and it was pretty fun too. That's a big pool.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just by yourself swimming in it.
Mm-hmm. You got to make your own fun, dog.
That is true. You gotta make your own fun. Andre, do you have a lot of friends to play with water balloons with?
No, not really.
Hmm?
Not really, no.
Why?
I just didn't have a lot of friends. Well, I mean, I currently don't have a lot of friends. You kind of, your availability to access to friends kind of becomes a lot more limited when you get labeled a rapist.
Well, you should never rape that girl then.
I didn't
If
rape
you
that girl. God
if you
damn it.
didn't want the consequences, you don't rape.
I didn't fucking do that.
Why are you getting so defensive, dog?
Because you guys always fucking say it every fucking day, even though I've explained the whole story
Fucking
to the
around.
extent.
Yeah,
It's
because
okay.
we know it's not true.
Yeah, we believe
It's
you.
not.
Fuck believing women.
You
You
What the fuck?
basically
It wasn't even a woman that said it.
know?
It was some fucking guy who wanted to
They're
stick
like
his
that one.
dick in her and was like jealous that I was with her, but didn't get the memo that I wasn't with her anymore for like 3 months, and then decided to spread that fucking rumor like
Going after
wild.
the wrong guy. Going after the wrong dude. I'm fucking around.
I know.
On your side, buddy.
I know you. It just still kind of fucking sucks that it fucking happened. And I'm never gonna get any further repercussions for this.
Trevor's having a ball.
Oh yeah, dude,
Yeah,
I'm having a great
Bet
time.
he is.
That was fantastic. That was so good. Oh shit. I gotta collect myself after that. Whew.
Fuck these nuts.
Nice, dude. Nice. Nice.
Nice.
I'm cutting that out.
You don't do any sort of editing of any fucking kind.
We're not doing this whole thing again. Bitch, shut up.
We are doing this.
Shut up, bitch ass.
Shut up, bitch ass.
Bitch ass. Shut up.
Shut up, bitch ass.
Dude, summer's finally here, dude.
Yeah,
It's
it's
hot
crazy.
as shit. I'm sweating as we speak.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, dude.
I walked out this morning at like, dude, I woke up at 6 a.m. and the sun was out and it pissed me off. Cause like I was like, no, it should be dark right now. This is bullshit.
For those of you lovelies out there, these lovely, lovely ladies, Trevor's room gets absurdly hot for whatever reason throughout almost all of the year.
So you can make them sweat and take off their
Yeah, I
clothes.
felt it myself. He has a vent in his tiny little room that just pumps out heat like mad. And it gets to be easily 100 degrees in his room pretty much year round.
It's a curse. It's not the blessing that I thought it was when I was 16. Because when I was 16, I was like, yeah, if I get girls in here, they'll want to get naked.
Yeah, which is weird.
I was a stupid, horny, fucking 16-year-old dude. But I don't know what you expect.
They're stupid. They'll take their clothes off and not understand what they're doing.
It's happened
Just open
twice.
body up to me.
Yeah. I was just trying to look at the bright side, dude. I was optimistic.
Yeah. Hey, can't dog a man himself for trying.
Yeah, you can't dog a fault for trying. Can't dog him
What?
up. What?
Left or right, my uppercut, I hit him up.
Hit him up, hit him up, hit him up. Dude, I fucking, you know that song, I Think We're Alone Now?
I think we're alone.
It's
Nothing
an old,
but
like, 80s song,
heart
but
is
I heard it
only sat
this
out.
morning and it made me
Love
feel
that
really
shit,
good.
dude.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's good.
I'm ending the episode with the song.
Nice.
Should we just like do it a cappella? Just all of us?
It's playing on my phone right now, idiot.
No, I said a cappella. God fucking damn it. You know we can't hear it, right?
It's not for you. This is for everybody who stays to the end. Yeah, baby.
God damn, that microphone has like really good background dissolve or whatever the fuck.
What do you mean?
We could hear none of that through your
Yeah,
mic.
literally none of
Yeah,
it.
I think that's a Discord thing that cancels out those sounds.
Oh,
It's not the
yeah,
mic
yeah.
because
That's
it'll
pretty good.
come through pretty loud on the
Pick that up for
recording.
a second.
It's the
Like,
noise suppression that Discord has,
yeah,
where
that's
it
that's
doesn't recognize it as like a voice, so it doesn't pick it up.
that's good as hell.
The same thing with like a lot of laughing. It doesn't pick up laughing either on noise
Really?
suppression Discord. Yeah, like when I was laughing that whole time, like a lot of it
Yeah,
wasn't getting
it's
picked
true.
up through Discord
You're
because
a
of the
quiet,
noise suppression.
quiet little boy.
I think we're alone now. So thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next week. And leave your vampire, like, are they real or are they fake, in the comments.
Shut the fuck
Remember,
up.
like, subscribe, share, and have an awesome day.